What's up, Vixens? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I am Shantae Visuals, and welcome to the winning team. So, y'all, it's like 2 in the morning. I just got in the house. There we go. So, y'all, it's like 2 in the morning. I just got back in the house. My homie invited me out to like this little gathering that his friends was having or whatever. So I just pulled up on him for a couple of hours, and I'm not sleepy. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna come back in this house and I'm gonna get to work because time is money. And I said I was gonna be doing this. So this is what I'm gonna do. So since I'm not sleepy and I'm looking good, I said, let me get behind this camera. So y'all, why I just had to stop at the damn gas station and get a damn hookah pen because I wanted some shisha and they didn't sell shisha because I wanted to actually smoke my real hookah. But yeah, I don't have no shisha. I don't got no cold. I gotta remember to not hit this like it's a blunt. And my homie got me drinking dark. Y'all, I am drinking Remy, but yeah. So let's just jump right into this video. As y'all can tell by the title, this is a story time video. This story time is actually something that, if you follow me on Instagram and you've seen this poll, you might have voted on this. I don't know. Maybe you weren't the ones that voted, but I put this poll up months ago to see what story time, because this is like when I was really starting to think about like doing my story times and trying to be more consistent. But again, I wasn't focused and I wasn't on top of everything. So now that I'm on top of everything, I'm like, you know what? This was still a good idea. This was still a good story time to do. So why not do it? And y'all voted on it. So yeah, this is about the time your girl woke up in a rapper house. Juicy. Okay, so y'all, this was like 26, I want to say like 2017, 2018. This is like 2017, 2018. I'm probably like 19 or 20, like around that age frame. Maybe 21. Was I 21? I might have been 21. Anywho, so first of all, let me spit this gum out because it's horrible. Oh, y'all, and I'm chasing my liquor with liquor, so. But pass me the hookah. I'm going to be in here tweaking with y'all. No, for real. So, okay, it's like 2018 or something like that. I don't know. But anywho, so this is my first time in Atlanta. My great aunt had one of my favorites. Let me put that in there, favorite, because she was one of my favorites. One of my favorite great aunts, unfortunately, had passed away around this time, and I wasn't able to go to her funeral because I was young and I just couldn't afford it at the time. I was in school and I was working. Like, I wasn't going to be able to have the time to take off. So my mom went and my stepdad, and in the midst of that, I posted my auntie, you know, just to show my, like, my love and just, you know, I just put a post up on my story or whatever. And one of my Instagram followers was like, I've been following you for years and I didn't know that you was my cousin. So she tells me like, this is her grandma, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, what's up, cuz? Like, what's up? So fast forward, my mom goes to the funeral or whatever. I didn't go, but me and my cousin had kept in like contact after that. I followed her. We started communicating, and she had asked my mom, could I come to Atlanta homecoming weekend? So my mom was like, yeah, ask her if she want to go. Like, if she want to go, she could go. So she had asked me, like, you know, I asked your mama if you could come down here, blah, blah, which she didn't have to ask my mama because I had already been out of town. So it's like, girl, I could go wherever the hell I want to go. So I ended up, fast forward, I go to Atlanta. I'm staying with my cousin. It's homecoming weekend. I'm having the time of my life. Like, I went to so much stuff, y'all. This is when I first fell in love with Atlanta. Like, for real, for real. This is when I first fell in love with Atlanta. And I'm glad this happened in Atlanta because it's so many people that's from Atlanta, live in Atlanta. Like, y'all will never be able to pinpoint this, and I'm so glad because Atlanta houses so many people that are of somebody, because I'm not dropping the names in this. If y'all thought y'all was getting names, wrong girl. Right idea, wrong girl. So, anywho, back to the story. This is my first time in Atlanta. I'm having so much fun. Like, I'm doing all of the college kid stuff because at the time I was in school too. So, I get down there. I'm trying to figure out what's on my little pen. Okay, there you go. So I get down there, y'all, and my homegirl stayed. So my homegirl was going to school in like a next town over type of thing, like a next town over. So when she found out I was in Atlanta, she like, oh, bitch, we're gonna link up. So cool. So her and her homegirl drive down to Atlanta to come see me. So the day that they get there, this was like tailgate. And if y'all been to Atlanta homecoming weekend in Atlanta, like y'all know between Clark, Morehouse, Spelman, baby, tailgate be so lit. Like it be so lit. So the day of tailgate is when they came down there. They came down there that evening. So boom, I go back home after being outside all day. And they pull up to my cousin's house. My cousin had let them stay with us for the night or whatever. She like, they could stay here. I'm like, okay, cool. Because my cousin had a nice ass, like, one thing about her, she always got a nice ass crib. Baby, she had a nice ass sound house. And she had a roommate. She just had one roommate. But it was so nice. It was 2 levels. It was so cute. Anywho, so my girls come down or whatever. And they take me to the club. So, boom, we get to the club. Now, my homegirl friend was connected with one of the... Okay, so I gotta give people names, huh? I don't know if I'm gonna give y'all names, but I'm gonna just keep the story going right now. So, because I had a good night, but he rubs me the wrong way, y'all. Like, I almost started to hate rappers. Like, I'm like, is this how all of y'all act? So let me get to it. Okay, so my homegirl was my friend was friends with one that was like the rapper best friend, brother, some shit like that. So when we pulled up to this club, now the club is like fake decent. I ain't gonna lie, so much going on. I walked in the club. It was a fucking pool in the middle of the club. I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, is this a whole fucking pool? Like in the club. I had never seen nothing like that a day before in my life. Like, man, I'm in Atlanta for the first time, and I'm literally like, it's a pool in the middle of the club. She like, wait a minute, stop the presses. What is going on? So I'm like, it's lit. So we sitting in there or whatever. We at the club. They came and got us from the door, of course. Like, nobody's standing outside. Because at this time, y'all, I don't even think I was 21. So it's like, how am I finna get in this club? Out of town at that. But we gonna get in here. We gonna work it out. So we got in there. We sitting there. We chilling or whatever. Now, earlier that day, I was supposed to, well, don't even matter. But anywho, so we sitting in there. And I see this girl that I know with the rapper or whatever. So I'm texting her like, what's up, blah, blah. We having our little conversation. And as we having our conversation or whatever, it's like I'm in this section, she in this section. But I like the couches is like touching or whatever. So we texting or whatever. And then like, everybody enjoying their night. We take our picture while, we popping bottles, we getting drunk, everybody having a good little time. Boom. So now it's time to go. So it's time to go, and I'm talking. So now I'm able to talk to the girl who I was texting, because man, y'all, we was in 2 different sections. So I'm not the type of person that like be walking around in clubs a whole lot. Like once I get in the section, I'm pretty much sitting down for the night and just chilling. Like I might do one walkthrough, go to the bathroom, come back on some little cutes, trying to peep the scene, see who up in her type thing. But other than that, I'll be real chill. So I'm talking to the girl, y'all, and the nigga is just staring at me. Like, he's just looking like he's just looking at me. And I'm so confused as why he's looking at me and he's not saying nothing, because I'm not used to nobody doing that to me. Like, just looking in my face, staring at me. And I know he's trying to figure out, 1, who am I? And 2, how the fuck do I know the girl that he's with? Like, he's trying to figure some shit out. But just ask me, because I had worked with the girl previously. Like, at the end of the day, I am an artist, so I do work with several different people. And I just so happened this was somebody that I had worked with before. So boom, we leave the club. Me and my homegirls, we leave the club. So it's like, y'all, it's like fucking 3, 4 in the morning. This is when I realized that Atlanta does not sleep. So we sitting in the car for a little minute or whatever. We walk out with the niggas or whatever. So the niggas ended up texting my friend's homegirl like, oh, this the load, this where we finna go. So I'm like, okay. So y'all, I'm driving at this point. They drove down to me, but I was like driving, which I didn't mind driving because they did drive several hours to get to 11 for me. So like, yeah, when it's time to go out, I drive. I don't care about that. That's little shit. Me personally, when I'm under the influence, I like to be the one that's driving, because if I'm gonna die, it's gonna be by the hands of me and nobody else. Okay. So boom. Oh my God, that Remy is horrible. So we driving, y'all. I had to drive like an hour outside of Atlanta, like, to get to this address. It was so far. This is when I realized that, 1, Atlanta highways don't got no lights on it. It's nothing on the side of the highways but trees, so it's no light out there. Man, it's 4 in the morning and I'm on the E-way. And this is also when I realized you gotta pay attention to the lanes, because Atlanta will tell you to stay straight and go in this lane, and then you think you're supposed to be driving straight, and then the lane just make a sharp left. Like, I almost crashed out. So boom, we get to this house. So we get to this house, y'all. We had no intentions on spending the night. How I ended up spending the night at this man's house is beyond me. So boom, we get to the house. So they take us down to the studio or whatever. When we first come in, we all gotta go to the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom, and boom. So we go downstairs. We all sitting in the studio. Now the nigga is not in the studio. He's somewhere, because mind you, this is probably his house. Like, this, matter of fact, this is not even probably. This is this man's house. So it's 4 in the morning. He's somewhere in his house, probably in his bed with a bitch, his bitch, your bitch, his bitch. Like, it don't matter. Whoever it is, that's just what's going on. This is his house. He can do whatever he please. So me, my 2 homegirls, and then like 3 or 4 dudes, we downstairs in the basement in the studio, listening to music. We playing music so loud, y'all. And I'm still drinking. Like, man, the whole hour that I drove to this house, we got Jello shots in the car, a bottle, a 5th of Hennessy. I'm gonna see if I can find some Snapchats for y'all and insert them, because when I tell you, this night was so lit. Baby, I fell in love with Atlanta. And baby, Atlanta ain't failed me since the first time. Like, I have never been to Atlanta and had a bad trip, ever. Like, ever. I've never had a bad trip. I always have some shit going on, for real, for real. So we get to the house or whatever, and it's going on like 4 or 5 in the morning. We still up playing music. So now my friend gets, the one that's actually my friend, she gets like, you know, a little vibe with the dude who her friend knew. Now her friend wasn't talking to the nigga, they was just like cool, like real close friends. So she get a little vibe from that nigga and like, yeah, okay, cool. Do what you do. I'm not knocking you at all. Like, period. Okay, pull up in it. Do it. Okay, so it's getting late as hell. Man, we gotta go pick somebody up. Well, they gotta go pick somebody up early in the morning at like, man, something from the airport. So it's getting late and I don't know how it ended up that we was spending the night, but we ended up spending the night. Okay, so boom. My friend goes with the nigga that she's locked in with, and I guess they went in like a room or something. Now, me and the homegirl is still in the studio. It's so fucking cold in the studio, y'all. It's giving igloo. So I'm like, it's cold. So the nigga that's down there with us, because one of the dudes went in the room. That, matter of fact, it might have just been 3 of them, because one of the dudes went in the room that was downstairs in the basement. The other dude stayed in the studio with us, probably to like watch us, but like, we literally don't give a fuck. And then the dude that the homegirl was cool with, that my friend got a vibe with, they went in the room like upstairs somewhere. So we in the studio laying on these uncomfortable chairs. Like, these are some chairs that's just like literally for decoration. They look nice as fuck, but they are nothing to try to like go to sleep in. So the nigga then made a pallet on the floor. So my friend like, gee, I'm so, well, my homegirl, the homegirl, she like, I'm so cold. And the nigga got like a little blanket or whatever. So she like, I'm finna ask him, can I get down there with him? I'm like, gee, you finna sleep next to him? Like, you literally finna sleep on the floor next to this nigga. So she like, it's cold. Bitch, me, I'm finna just thug it out. I'm like, bitch, I'm not asking him to get in a blanket with him. So she asked him like, can I get under the blanket with you? He like, yeah. I'm like, not they finna cuddle on the floor. Like, not it's giving, got it out the mud. Finished, like, they literally. But I'm like, you know what? That was nice of him, because he was being a gentleman. He did not have to let her share his blanket. So he like, so he tell me, he like, you could sleep on the, you could sleep on the couch. Okay, so when you went into the house, y'all, you know, like basements have like pretty much like they like the main floor at the bottom, so it's like a living room area. So he like, you know, you could sleep in the couch just like in the living room. It's like a recliner, blah blah. I'm like, okay. So he ended up getting up as he was saying that. He went and got me a blanket. I'm like, yes, for the hospitality. I knew y'all had it. Like, what a hospitality at, because it's cold in this basement, G. Like, because man, y'all, when I'm out there, it's probably like, I'm trying to see what time of the year it was. I don't know, but it was definitely not that cold in Atlanta, because, bitch, I had on a crop top, so it couldn't have been that cold. I'm gonna see if I can find I know I can find my pictures in my archives on Instagram and show y'all how I was looking around that time. So, what was I mean? Okay, so, boom, I'm sleeping on the recliner or whatever. So I go to sleep. When I first wake up, it's like 8 in the morning. So I'm like, okay, the sun is up. Why am I still in this man's house? Why am I here? When I woke up, y'all, I'm like, literally, why am I in this man's house? I don't know him. That's one, right? He don't know me. So when he see me in his house, it's a stranger in my house. Why am I in here? So I go inside of the studio room to get the homegirl out. So she ended up having to pee or whatever. So she go to the bathroom. Y'all, why the bathroom don't got no tissue in it? So now I have to go around and look for some fucking tissue in the bathroom. So boom, my homegirl downstairs, the homegirl downstairs in the bathroom, she like, it's no tissue in here. So it's a little kitchen in the basement. So I'm looking in the kitchen for tissue, napkins. It's nothing down there. So I'm like, fuck, you gotta wait. I gotta go upstairs. So I go upstairs and look in the bathroom. It's no tissue in the bathroom. It's no napkins in the bathroom. I'm like, gee, what the fuck are we gonna do? So now I'm looking in the kitchen on the main floor. So I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, gee, please don't let nobody come down here. Like, don't let nobody come down here. Found some napkins. Bring her the napkins. Now, in the midst of all of this, we trying to call my friend to tell her, like, bitch, wherever you at in this house, you need to meet us back by the fucking door because it's time to go. We done woke up in this man's house. It's time to go home. We've been with them all fucking night. We blowing her phone up, y'all. She's not answering. You're like, she's not answering. She's not declining. She's not answering. First of all, the phone barely was ringing at first. Then, I don't even remember if the phone was dead or what. But we was calling that phone down, y'all. And it was no answer. Like, none at all. So, me and the homegirl, like, so what we gonna do? We like, shit, we just finna go back to sleep. We tired as hell. We drove an hour to get here. We've been at the club. We've been drinking all night. We is tired. So we go back to sleep. Now, I go back to where I was sleeping at. She go back to where she was sleeping at. I'm a light sleeper, y'all. I used to be a really deep sleeper, but I'm a light sleeper. So the littlest things wakes me up. Like, it takes nothing for me to wake up. Now, I woke up because I felt somebody walking past me. Like, I just felt the presence of somebody walking past me, and I felt the presence of somebody looking at me. Now, this is when things got like, this is what made me feel like I couldn't like rappers, and I just feel like all of them was gonna be rude and weird and just like, you know, because mind you, I seen the dude at the club and we introduced ourselves, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of conversation, but I did speak or whatever the case may be. So, of course, when he seen me, it was a familiar face because you just seen me a couple of hours ago in the club. Naturally, you probably wondering what the fuck I'm doing in your house sleep. I totally understand that. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure your homeboys didn't prep you and let you know what's going on. Like, they ain't just leaving you out of the dark in your house. So, boom. I'm sitting on the couch, sleep. I got the blanket up or whatever. I got the blanket up. And I feel somebody walking past me, just looking at me. So I open my eyes up. And he's walking up the stairs, but he's looking at me and he's talking to somebody that's behind him. So I'm like, yeah, gee, it's time to get the fuck up now. Like, it's cause now he woke, I'm woke. It's been time to go, and I need my friend to answer her fucking phone so we could go. Because we was looking for her. Don't get me wrong, when we first woke up, we was looking for her because I think it was like 2 rooms in the basement. So the only thing was I didn't want to just start knocking on doors and shit upstairs and then it be the nigga room and he in there with a bitch. Like, I just didn't want to overstep my boundaries. Like, I just felt like I was already doing a lot roaming in the house looking for tissue because nobody was up to tell me where no tissue was. So I didn't want to start looking through motherfucking bedrooms. I didn't know what I was gonna see. Like, this somebody's whole house. They could be getting butt naked nasty in here. Y'all see what happened when Craig roamed in motherfucking daddy room, baby. He ended up in a water bed with dildos in front of him. I ain't had time for that, okay? So I wake my friend up I wake my homegirl up, okay? So we still trying to call my friend. She not answering. So I think the reason why I think the reason why the homegirl didn't go upstairs and like try to look for her. Matter of fact, she had, y'all, In the midst of all of this, why did the homegirl come on her cycle? Now, it's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, we already got so much going on. And here go Mother Nature. She always put the nail in the coffin on us. She do not like to let us win. When things are already at the peak, here she goes showing up on our front doorstep. It's already no tissue in the bathroom. Now here you go, imposing on the party. Like, dang. Can a sister catch a break? So, y'all. So she like, we gonna have to go upstairs and look for her. I'm like, gee, I'm not gonna go upstairs and look for her, but I asked one of them to look for her. So at this point, the rapper and like 3 of his friends is woke. So I take the blanket that the boy had gave me, because now at this point the boy is woke. They gave me the blanket. So I take the blanket that he gave me, I fold it up. I go upstairs. So we still downstairs, me and a homegirl, we still downstairs talking about what we can do. So I fold the blanket up and I go upstairs. She stay downstairs. So I go upstairs and I say, I'm like, good morning, y'all. I'm like, matter of fact, I said, excuse me. I'm like, because they was talking. They was sitting in the kitchen and they was talking like at the like island area or whatever. So I walked in and everybody looked at me. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, good morning, how y'all doing? I'm Shantae. I'm like, can somebody go look for my friend? She was so-and-so and we gotta go. We gotta pick somebody up from the airport. Y'all, when I tell y'all, nobody said nothing. Like, the nigga who house it was, he just looked at me like, so he looking at me, and bitch, then he turned his head to his friend like, y'all don't know where he at? I said, oh, yeah, it's time to go. It's time for me to go. So at that point, I had felt like they was trying to make me uncomfortable. So to make them uncomfortable, I stayed in the kitchen. Plop right down in between them. So, yeah. So they go out the kitchen or whatever, and I guess they went up the stairs, because imagine we on the main floor. So it was another case of stairs that, like I said, I didn't want to go through. So the nigga like, he better not be in my baby room either, G. So, like, well, you know he in your baby room. It ain't that many fucking rooms in here. You know he was in your baby room. Put him on blast. Like, you know he's in the baby room. He in there. There's nothing that you can do about it. Fuck. So they go upstairs and they find my homegirl. I mean, they found my friend and his homeboy or whatever. So she probably come downstairs. So I'm sitting in the kitchen. I text the homegirl, like, you know, come upstairs. Like, they finna go get her. We finna go. G, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm tired. So she finally come downstairs. And I just felt like that was so rude, because although you in the presence of a stranger, I wasn't rude about the situation. Like, I introduced myself, I spoke, and I just feel like some formality and some pleasantry should have been presented, because at the end of the day, you don't know me and I don't know you. You don't know if I'm an evil-spirited person that's gonna leak your fucking address. Thank God, I thank God I'm not like that, or the people that I'm around is like that. But it's just like, you really was just dead rude. Like, you didn't acknowledge that I spoke to you, none of that. You just turned your head like I didn't just ask a question on where the fuck somebody was at in your house. And you just, like, I just was like, ew, like nigga, you can't possibly think you that important, so where you can't speak back and acknowledge somebody's presence. Like, that's just, it was just so weird to me. I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is. But thankfully, I haven't been around nobody else that's weird like that. So I'm thankful for that. So boom. My friend come down the stairs or whatever, so we leave out. So all of us say like bye at the same time. Like, we literally on cue was all like, bye y'all. And it wasn't even on no plan shit. Y'all, when I tell y'all nobody said bye back except the boy that my friend went in the room with. Now, she said they ain't do nothing. That ain't my story to tell. I'm telling the story that I hear, okay? Now, if y'all want that story, y'all gonna have to, I don't know, just think of one in y'all head, because I don't think y'all ever gonna get it. But, The boy that she went upstairs with, he said bye, and then the boy that gave me the blanket, I think he said bye. But man, y'all, it's like 6 niggas sitting on the stairs watching us walk out the house. Nobody else said nothing. The nigga who house it is ain't saying nothing. Like, they was just so weird, like robots. So boom, we go pick the friend up from the airport and go get some food, and then they come back to my cousin's house. Cause man, y'all, I told my cousin that they was staying in my house, but we ended up just staying out all night kicking it. So we came back in the morning time. So everybody got dressed. We took naps and shit like that. I had cooked. We went to Walmart. Just fun shit that girls do when we all get together. So boom, we go to the studio. This is when I found out going to the studio in Atlanta is like going to a fucking party. We go to the studio, y'all. This is when shit got so weird. So it's the same people that's at the house or whatever now. The nigga that's the rapper, he inside of the booth recording. So he don't see us and we don't see him. We in like a little waiting area room or whatever. So the boy who gave us the blankets asked my friend, he asked, oh Lord, that is horrible. He asked my friend and me to go get him something from the vending machine. So we like, okay, cool. We'll go get you something from the vending machine. I feel like I look a little greasy. Hold on. Just want to pat my face with my brush so I don't look. There we go. So he asked me and my friend, could we go to the vending machine and get him some snacks. So of course we say yes. So he give us the money. We go to the vending machine. Now let me give y'all how the setup is. Now when you walk into the studio, you gotta go like down a hallway, and then at the end of that hallway is another hallway. When you get to the end of this hallway, it's a door. When you open that door, you're standing in a hallway. There's multiple doors in front of, right? We're in one of the doors that's like in front of us. So when we're in a room and the boy asks us to go out to the vending machines, we have to open that door, come into this hallway, and then come into the hallway that's behind the first door. But we don't, where the vending machines is at, you don't see around that first hallway that you come in. So we are in one of the waiting room, like where we could hear what was going on in the studio, or it's a TV in there. We could play our own music, shit like that. It's tables in there, couches, whole lot of good shit. I'm gonna see if I got some snaps of us just like chilling without putting the people in there, or with me just chilling without putting the people in there. I might put emojis over them. So if y'all see this and I put emojis over you, it's no beef, it's no pressure. I just don't want to expose y'all. Like, it's not about y'all. So yeah. So boom, me and the homegirl are in this hallway and we're facing the vending machines, and then it's, you know, the vending machine's like in the middle, and then you walk down a little bit and then it's a corner. You can't see what's on around the corner. So I'm talking to the homegirl. She getting all the stuff out the vending machine. And I'm looking at my camera on Snap because my barber had fucked my haircut up. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. My barber at the time had messed my haircut up. I wanted a specific design, and this nigga gave me a design that he thought of out of just his pure imagination. It was nothing like the picture that I showed them. So I'm looking at my hair in the mirror, and then I had these ugly ass green nails. Oh my God, my nails were so hideous. And then I had pink hair. This is when I was going through my midlife crisis, I believe, because I had every fucking color of the rainbow. Like, this is really when I was exploring my options. So I had pink hair, so I'm holding my Snapchat out, y'all, like this. My phone's in my hand, and I'm rubbing my hair. Now I'm not recording, but I'm just looking in my reflection, and I'm like, I hate my hair. He just did not cut my hair right. So as I'm saying this, somebody is walking around the corner. 2 people. Now it's the rapper and one of the friends that was there. So he sees me talking to the girl, and like my phone is up, y'all. He walks in front of me. His friend walks behind me. He walks in front of me and like ducks down. Boy, you think I'm trying to record you? Who the fuck is you? Like, I just feel like he just was too full of himself because I'm like, and I promise y'all, if I'm lying, I could die right now on camera. I was not recording him. I literally was looking at my fucked up haircut. Like, to this day, I was so fucking mad. Like, this man literally cut a design that I don't know where he got this from out of his head, G, but he just pulled it out of the rabbit's ass. Like, it was not nothing that I asked for. And why I had these green nails, I don't know. I don't know why I had forest green glitter nails from the nail shop at that. So y'all know they was wide and fat. So he ducked down or whatever, and I'm just like, that was weird. Okay. So when we get the stuff from the vending machine, we go back in there. When we go back in there, he not in there, he in the studio. So then he comes in there and just looks like he didn't speak, he didn't say nothing. And I just was feeling like, this nigga is so rude. Now the girls that I'm with, like, oh, he don't gotta speak, he is. I don't give a fuck who he think he is. You can speak. Especially when spoken to, or in the presence of somebody that you don't know, you can speak. It's nothing wrong with saying hi. If y'all feel like he shouldn't have spoke, I don't know, that's y'all where it is. But if somebody that you don't know is in your presence and they are speaking to you, or they're acknowledging you, you should give them the same respect and acknowledge them. That's just the type of person I am. I don't know how y'all was raised, but that's just how I was raised. And when you walk into a room, you speak to the room. If I go to a function, if I go to a party, even if I don't know everybody in the room, I'm going to give a general, hey, everyone, what's up, y'all? Hey, y'all, hey. Like, something general to everybody. If you can't do that, that just shows you don't have no couth. Okay, what Nikki say? C-O-U-2-H, bitches can't spell it, like, period. C-O-U-2-H, couth. You gotta have some couth, some class about it, okay? So, yeah, I just felt like he was rude. It rubs me all the way the wrong way, and it just made me not like rappers no more. Like, I didn't want to be around them. But I will say that was the only bad experience I had like that. I will say that. I will honestly say that was the only time that I had like, and I never seen him again after that. And now he's even bigger. Like, he's even bigger than he was those years ago. So I just know, like, now he's probably like, he's probably so fucking mean and like cold shouldered, because even then he was like just looking at me like he wanted to fight me, y'all. Like, boy, I ain't do nothing to you, okay? I ain't asked to be here. I didn't ask for this. I didn't say where the hoes was at, where the rappers was at, none of that. I just ended up here. Now, how I ended up here, I don't know, but I'm stuck here, and I'm making the best out of the situation, so all I can do is deal with the cards that I've handled. So, yeah. But what I will say is that was definitely one for the books. Like, that trip set the tone for every Atlanta trip after that. Every Atlanta trip after that just get better and better and better and better. Like, I be in Atlanta so much, y'all, they think I live there. Like, I love Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all show me a good time every time. So that's it for this story time. Thank y'all for tuning in with Talks with Tay on Tuesdays. I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Again, y'all voted for this story. Y'all thought this was going to be some juicy, how I got that back blown out, one hand on neck, one hand on frontal. No, it wasn't that at all. Sorry. So if that's what you was looking for, not gonna happen. This wasn't that story. Maybe in the next one. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Shantae Visuals to keep up with my day-to-day life and my lifestyle pictures. If you guys aren't subscribed to my TikTok channel, please do that. And if it's it for this one, I'm wrapping it up. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Put those bell notifications on because we here every single Tuesday with the Talks with Tay. I appreciate y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.